You to tell us what you guys have done to this truck.
Well, essentially, Jim from Regional International has this Lonestar that we really wanted to try and make a real impact with. You know, International's made a big push over the years to really try and compete with some of the custom Peterbilts and Kenworths that are out there now in the custom market. Obviously, the truck is a proven truck, and we've made a real big attempt in the past few years, obviously, with the first Mayhem truck, ProStar, last year, to hit the custom circuit. So he's a little bit of a daredevil when it comes to International as far as they're concerned. This truck here, the truck is a phenomenal design to begin with. The beauty part about this truck is that it's so unique and different from anything else that's out there. When Jim and I got together and went over this truck, we really wanted to try and appeal to the custom craze, a lot of what's being done out there traditionally on some of the competition. So first thing we knew we had to do was try and get the truck down lower than it was, in which case truck comes fully air ride from the factory.
Okay.
We modified the front suspension to be able to get the truck down an additional 4 inches. The rear suspension, we really weren't able to get much more out of it. It was sitting kind of as low as it could. However, in the process of stretching the truck, we obviously drilled the suspension up a touch enough to make it where, at least when the air is dumped, you're sitting on all the stops, as opposed to having a little bit of distance between them. But when you look at this truck here, essentially what you have is you have a factory bumper, which we're in the process now of doing a few different things to it. Wasn't ready for this show, it'll be ready for future shows. We modified the front of the bumper, the lowest skirt panel, basically an additional 3 inches from what is factory. Factory comes with lights across the front bumper. We wanted to really try and keep the focus above the front bumper on the truck, so we felt it was clean enough just to put a nice stainless panel and finish it off properly. The stock grille has it's a plastic grille, which is real nice if you've seen it before. It's very different. What we wanted to do with this grille is we wanted to kind of take it back. You know, this truck is often compared to like the front of a PT Cruiser, or a lot of people go back and mention a 36 or a 38 Ford.
Right.
And it's funny, when Jim and I looked at the front of a 38 Ford, we knew it was the look that we wanted to go for. Done, obviously, factory headlights. We took the vents in the side, which what we were going to do is originally we were going to close the vents up, but we really thought that the vents gave the hood a lot of character. We sunk some lights behind the vents. It all lights up red if you've seen it at night, which is a real nice look. Air cleaners. Air cleaners are basically stock. The only thing we changed on the air cleaner was we wanted to put some bullet lights on the roof, which traditionally come on the visor on an International. What we did was, when we decided to put the roof lights, we wanted the air cleaners to match, in which case we mounted the glass lenses, and it gave it a real a real different look. You don't really see too many Internationals running around with glass lenses on the air cleaners. The fender extensions was it's something that's very customary for Elizabeth Truck Center. You know, a lot of our trucks, as you can see, we drop down and kind of mold the contour of the fenders around the wheels. So it was real important for us to extend the fender down, kind of meet the lower part of the bumper, and give it that curvature to meet the design of the truck as well as the rear fenders. And coming over to the side of the truck, what we wanted to do is the door is pretty much a stock door. We decided to go with a 2-inch mirror bracket, just to give it a little bit of a beefier look.
Yeah.
You know, we took the lights out of the mirror heads, so the lights are still, everything is fully operational and functional. The beauty part about this truck is that it's built to haul other trucks, you know, other cargo, whatever it is you do, this truck can do. If you're familiar with the truck, the fuel tanks are usually underneath the battery box, underneath the doors. So, and they are usually tucked behind a fairing. So what we did is we fabricated these boxes, obviously moving the batteries underneath the cab door, and then ultimately fabricated steps, which you could see basically flare out almost like a running board, kind of to bring the front fender extension together with the rear exhaust elbow. Looking at the exhaust, we kind of cheated a little bit here and went with what we would normally see on a Kenworth, which is the bracket off the frame holding the exhaust, and basically just holding it in place with a custom-made bracket on the top of the cab. So it works. It's right now it's strong. It's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
Sort of like the Aero cab, the way they're exhaust.
Kind of, right, just like the Aero cab. And if you're familiar with the Internationals, they currently have, the back panels are corrugated. They got a lot of indentations. They have some lights, some brackets. They have all the necessities to be able to support the cab properly and obviously hold airlines. And we covered the panels. What we believe gave the truck the right look.
It looks awesome. The back end of a bunk like this, I've never seen one finished like this. It's smooth.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's clean. The thing that we wanted to do on this truck was we knew we had a color that was just going to really spark, when the sun hit it and the shade. And the best thing is when you have sun and shade. This way you can see really, the way the color does tricks. This is a candy apple red. It's a true candy apple, 3-stage. Give you a little idea, there was a spray gun passed over every part of this truck 42 times. Yeah, so there's nothing stock about this paint job. It's unique, and it kind of says what we want to say. The name Bad Habit, Jim could probably elaborate a little bit more on that. I'll give you my quick synopsis. He's a guy that came onto the scene. He's been involved with custom stuff, custom hot rods and bikes. Geez, your whole life, huh?
That's it.
The
whole life is custom
Is that
bikes,
right?
custom cars. And when we came to Anthony with Mahan, that was the first truck.
Okay.
We wanted to take an aerodynamic truck and show the industry that we could trick them out to be something they're proud of.
Exactly.
And we did it. We accomplished it. And then International came out with the Lonestar, which is the second most fuel efficient truck in the market. We said we got to do one. I mean, in these times, you don't want to spend the money, but you had to because the industry needs it. We needed the trucking companies, and we did it. Anthony was able to secure everything. Well, he said, "This is a bad habit. You got to stop doing this," and therefore we call it Bad Habit.
Oh, that's a great story.
We talk about if Jim was to do another truck, it would probably be called Addiction.
Yeah, addiction.
But the truth is we all know how it could become a bad habit. We have obviously the rear fenders. In past trucks we've had to modify the fenders, drop them down. Jim's a dealer, distributor of Cool Truck Components, which makes these fenders. These are called Phantoms. We have them also on the ProStar that we did. It complements the custom wheels, as you can see, which were custom cut. Obviously, for this truck, they are not workable and will be removed probably after the show for another custom cut rim that is workable. And that's really it. I mean, as far as the back of the truck, you can see it's set up to pull all the air lines from behind. You can see the rear light bar is custom made and fitted for this truck to be able to have the clearance it needs. Fifth wheel, traditional to what we do as far as giving it a clean, smooth look. And that's really it. I think I can let Jim kind of finish it off here.
We've always gone to Anthony because of his quality work and the really the essence of detail. A lot of people do work and they do good work, but Anthony and his crew are just every detail. Whether you crawl under the truck, you look inside the truck, or you look at the truck, is perfect.
Oh.
And that's a key issue. And we just want to portray our dealership to be affiliated with them, so the detail is there. It comes to us, and it's through them, so it works.
Well, thank you for taking the time, guys. This is a beautiful truck.
Thanks.
You guys have outdone yourselves again. Should be very proud of it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good meeting you, Jim.
Thank you, Phil.